Hey guys, what's up? ItZMuRdA here. I am pretty stoked for a few different reasons, so I wanted to make a quick video here. Number one, it is Shundara's birthday tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. We're going to be hanging out, doing whatever the hell she wants to do and having some fun. I might not be on the stream too much, but probably at some point whenever we settle down. But on top of that, it is going to be Double EXP weekend starting tonight at midnight Pacific. So that's basically midnight Thursday night or Friday morning, depending on how you look at it, lasting through until midnight, again Pacific, on Monday night. And now, if you've hung around these parts, the stream or the YouTubes, you know that I've been hoping for that and calling that for quite a while. So I'm very happy to hear that I'm right on that, and that'll be pretty cool. I'll be checking that out. And on top of that, it is Memorial Day weekend, and I happen to have a 5-day weekend, which is pretty awesome. Just how I managed to get days off of work, so that's pretty cool as well. I'm going to get a lot of fun times, a lot of streaming in. There might not be videos coming out until midweek next week for the YouTube, but I'll be streaming still every day. Really enjoying the Double EXP and all of that. So make sure you check out the stream at ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV, and I will see you guys there. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend as well, especially the Double EXP. Let me know what you got planned. You gonna start out that Zoe Max or what? Anyway, speaking of which, I wanted to do a brief recap. Day 1, Game Update 9, my biggest anticipated game update thus far, and I really liked almost everything about it. I love the ADS sensitivity slider. I love the new SCU changes. I think some people are like, whoa, they're a little bit too much in biolabs. I felt like they were okay in the fights that I were in, or was in rather, last night, but I could see them being altered a little bit. I would go for that. I definitely wouldn't want to revert to the old system though. So I am pretty happy with that, and even if they adjust the timers or whatever, the percentages a little bit, that's okay. But I think that's a much better system. People are actually leaving the spawn rooms well into the cap after the fight has been going on for quite a while, because they didn't have that risk of not being able to respawn that caused people to just sit in their spawn rooms and try to shoot out. So it was a lot of fun, both attacking and defending bases that I did last night. That part was great, as well as pretty much everything else in the patch I enjoyed, except for two things that I need to make note of here. First, the battle flow system on Indar. I love the idea. I love the lattice in PlanetSide 1, but I really did not like the fights that it created on Indar last night when I was playing. I tried playing on Indar at first, and then played there for about an hour. Really just was not having a good time. Went over to ItZMuRdA, had a blast for a few hours, as usual, and then went back to Indar to try it again, and still really wasn't having a good time later in the night. So, as you'll see in the background here, it really just... With the scale of PlanetSide 2, I think that's the biggest problem. You've got 2,000 players maximum on a continent, as opposed to the 400-ish. I believe the pop locks in PlanetSide 1 changed a couple of times, but 400, 500-ish total on PlanetSide 1 continents. That's a huge 4 to 5 times as many people, still kind of funneling in on the same couple of objectives. And really what it did was just create ridiculous Zerg, and we would either be spawn camped just immediately almost at any base we were trying to defend, like 50 mag riders you'll see on the mini-map here. It just completely nuts, like way, 10 times more than I've ever seen before in PlanetSide 2. Or on the other front then, if you're fed up with that, which a lot of people were, you'd respawn and you'd be doing the same thing to one of the other empires in another area of the map. So that's no fun either, because then you're just spawn camping them, and that's all I could find for the couple hours that I was on Indar last night. It was just us getting slaughtered or us slaughtering other people, and so many people in the same area. You couldn't move without getting killed by a vehicle or something like that. You were confined to your spawn rooms and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I really love the redesigns of the bases and the map and the flow and all of that. I just think it's a numbers thing really more than anything right now, where just too many people in the same spot. I personally would love to see them reduce the pop locks per continent to 1,000 players. I doubt that they're going to do that ever, but I would like that. I don't know what other solutions really to offer up, but I can say that I definitely wasn't having fun. on Indar at all, and it was night and day when I went over to ItZMuRdA, and it was like, oh, it felt like it always feels, and it was a lot of fun for me last night. So that's probably largely due to the fact that I play in smaller squads and smaller outfits and things like that. If you're only playing to play in a massive outfit with multiple platoons and all you guys care about is territory domination, then you're probably still going to have fun. It's not going to change too much for you. It may change for the better. But if you're trying to just, have a medium-sized fight or even a larger fight that is more balanced, I just could not find it on Indar last night, and I was kind of disappointed in that. So I'm not going to say, oh, battle flow sucks, but I do think that it needs some adjusting for PlanetSide 2, rather than taking a system that was made for much smaller scale battles and then just throwing it into PlanetSide 2 directly from PlanetSide 1. So I'm going to give it another chance, of course. I'm going to keep trying it out in different situations. But that was my first impression on the first day of the patch as far as that goes. The other thing, a little bit more comical, the Zoe Max, as I've been calling it, other people probably have either, as well. The ZOE, the Zealot Overdrive, special ability for the VS Max. I didn't want to get into like, oh, this is too powerful, this is not powerful enough, but like half of every VS you saw was using it, and I was like, man, that must be good. I knew it was good. I knew it was broken with flamethrowers and stuff on the public test. I didn't think too much of it. I thought it would make it into live pretty balanced, but it seems like I was a little bit wrong on that. I don't really feel like I'm biased because I was playing TR at first and I was just getting raped by it, and I was like, whoa, okay, maybe it's just whatever. I didn't take it too seriously. I was like, a hell of a lot of people are using it. And then I went and logged on VS, and as you'll see just brief clips of in here, I was like, I went 48-3 in a matter of minutes, and the 3 deaths I believe were when I was switched to an infill. It was like I started at a biolab as a Zoe Max, just annihilated a group of people. We pushed them out. I switched to infill, died 3 times, got to another base. I believe it was a tower the second time, switched back to Zoe Max, and then annihilated a bunch more people. So it was pretty ridiculous. It gives you incredible movement speed, and I think that's probably the biggest balancing issue with it. Obviously, you do more damage, you take more damage. That's kind of okay. I was a little concerned about that on paper at first, but the speed is really where it's at with warpiness in this game and client-side hit detection and netcode and all of those things amplified, and then you just have like this guy just trucking around like Surge Max. I don't know. It's interesting to both use and fight against, but I think that we could probably use a little bit tuning on that. I'm not usually somebody that screams nerf this or buff that, but that one did catch me, and I was like, whoa. I thought, okay, I got to try it out myself, and then it was really as good as I thought it was. So, especially compared to the alternatives. The Aegis Shield and the Lockdown Max are very, very, very situational, whereas the Zoe Max is always going to benefit you, and especially in numbers. I don't know. The Aegis Shield is kind of like a situational for squad and platoon work and moving up your front line. The Lockdown is especially useful with bursters and other things, but there's like a clear downside and a clear situation where you wouldn't want to use it, especially over charge. But I didn't feel like that with the VS ability at all whatsoever. It just felt like a powerhouse, and I only had 2 points into it. This Double EXP weekend coming up, I want to sort the crap out of that thing and have a blast before it gets nerfed, so I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. I talked for too long. So, oh, the other thing that I'm excited about, I've got one of those Asus VG248QE whatever nonsense they make their item numbers, the 24-inch 144 hertz monitors that's supposed to be arriving like now. It's like 6:30. I'm waiting for the UPS guys still, but it is supposedly out for delivery. So. As many of you know, I've been using a 60 hertz monitor for a while, and I've hated it. I feel so not up with the times, and I'm going to move my current monitor to my secondary monitor and use this new beautiful beast as my primary. So I'm going to wait for that to hopefully arrive in the very near future, hook it up, and get into the game tonight with some streaming. Be doing birthday stuff with the girlfriend tomorrow, and more and more streaming throughout Memorial Day weekend for the Double EXP. So again, please head on over to ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV and check that out. I really appreciate all the support. It's been doing great so far. It's been a lot of fun. So any follows and subscribes and likes and things like that you guys can afford me, I really, really, really appreciate it. So you guys have a very happy, healthy, and safe 3-day weekend, 4-day weekend, 5-day weekend, whatever it is for you. And be sure to stop in the stream because I'll be enjoying some PlanetSide this Double EXP weekend. So you guys take it easy, and I will see you soon. Why is that thing so damn good?